So on your washer, your hose is attached, these run to your tap. So one of the first things you'll want to do is, you don't need any power to do this, so you'd unplug it. You have your taps turned off. Is undo your water line. I would drop one end into a bucket. I'd go up to my tap. I would turn my water on and make sure that I've got a good water flow. If I do, then I'll be looking towards my valve. And if we've tested the valve and diagnosed that the coil's working, you can hear it vibrating, there's power going to it, then possibility that the screen is plugged up. So if this screen has a bunch of material on it, or it's plugged up with an algae or a gunk, you're going to want to have a look at that. Most machines, you'll typically find your red or your hot nice and clean, because any dirt or whatever sediment usually settles in your hot water tank. So your cold water is typically the one that gives you the most amount of grief. So in this case, you just need a pair of needle nose pliers. Wiggle that screen out. So with your filter removed, you can now take it over to your sink and rinse it out with water. Now, one thing I want to caution is that if you look inside and there's any amount of debris, don't take a cloth and push it in and wipe it out. You could potentially be pushing a small particle of grit into the valve so that when you hook it back up and get it running, and it might be great for a couple of loads, if that valve's been compromised by dirt inside, it will flood the washer and flood your home. So you'll just want to make sure that if there is dirt in there, you take some sort of a little syringe with water and you flush it out. But once the screen is clear, or it is clear when you start it, and you know that's all fine, you can just push it back into place. You can reattach your hose, and you'll know that that's not your problem. One thing I'll recommend if you're on a water supply from a well or a spring, that you pick up some of these, which is just a regular hose washer with the screen built in. So what you want to do is remove the hose from the tap where it connects, take out the rubber washer that's currently in there, and replace it with this one. Just push it into your hose so it's settled into the bottom. Screw it onto your tap, and from now on, any silt that does come through in your cold water will be caught by the screen. So if you wind up with no water coming in, or you got low pressure, low fill, you simply have to remove your hose from your tap, clean it there. It takes 5 minutes, and then you're up and running without having to move your machine and do all this other work. So just a little tip, and you should be good.